Hi, everybody, and welcome into Cougar Field on the campus of College of the Canyons as we get ready for some college baseball in the 3C2A. The COC Cougars in action against the San Diego Mesa Olympians. I'm Matt Robinson. Glad to have you along with us as always here on the Cougar Sports Network. Both teams 0-5 on the year, both looking for their first win of the season, and barring any weirdness with the weather today, one team should get their first win of the year, as it's been kind of tough sledding for both this year. For the Cougars, they've been tight in a few games this year. Of course, the first two games against Saddleback were tough, but then lost 14-12 in 7 innings to Orange Coast, a game that got shut down due to darkness in the 7th. It was a game that was tight throughout. The Cougars fell behind early by a bunch, but were able to fight their way back into the ball game and just couldn't complete the comeback the entire way, as they fell short in those 7 innings, and then lost to Rio Hondo 8-6, another game that was pretty close throughout, and again just a little bit short, and then a 3-1 loss to Allen Hancock in their last game, so looking for their first win of the season. For San Diego Mesa, kind of a similar story. Lost 11-6 to Glendale in their opening game, then lost to Santa Ana in a 5-0 shutout. Then Santa Ana with an 11-2 win at San Diego Mesa, and then a couple of tight games, 8-4 and 9-7 against Saddleback and Rio Hondo. So we'll see which team can come out ahead. We'll give you the starting lineups for each side. For San Diego Mesa, Andrew Ghana will lead off and play left field. Tyler King, the shortstop, batting second. Isaiah Gomez at third in the 3 spot. Sean Alvarez, the right fielder, in the cleanup spot. Danny Yanez, the center fielder, in the 5 spot. Abraham Sanchez, the first baseman, batting 6 in the 6 spot. Jake Klimkowitz, the DH. Then Jesse Chacon and Shane Hofstadter, the catcher, cleaning things up. They will face Albert Prado, getting his first start of the year for the Cougars. 2-2 on the year, or 2.2 innings pitched, so 2 2/3. Sorry, it's already been a long day. We'll get our cleaned up here. No hits, no runs, no errors. 2 walks and a strikeout in those 2 2/3. As the first pitch from Prado misses away, and we are underway here from Cougar Field. Defensively, Doyle Kane at first, Alex Ballesteros at short, at second, Mikey Kane at short, Andy Ambriz at third, Ryan Camacho in left, Tafton Hensley in center, and Steven Gonzalez getting the start for the Cougars in the right field. Is the 1-0 pitch lined out to left center field for a base hit for Ghana, and the leadoff runner aboard here for San Diego in the first. So a tough start for Albert Prado, and that's kind of been the story for the Cougars this year, is tough starts all around, is they've kind of run themselves into some trouble throughout the year early on in ball games, as we saw it against San Diego Mesa, we saw it against Saddleback, we saw it against Orange Coast here. Big innings abound against COC early on, so certainly trying to clean that up and make sure it does not happen, as Prado will check on Ghana at first. Ghana this year, 3 for 4 on the bases. As here's Tyler King, batting .600 on the year, 3 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. Showing bunt out of the right-handed batter's box, as San Diego looks like they want to move a runner over. Instead, he fouls it away. And the count, 0-1. King this year, just 5 at-bats. One of those 3 hits, a double this year. Hasn't struck out, hasn't walked. As again, Prado will keep Ghana close. Cougars have had a little bit of trouble throwing runners out. DJ Cougar behind the plate, the catcher today, working as the battery with Prado. This year just 1.25 on runners thrown out percentage, so has had some trouble this year throwing runners out. Some of that has been due to some struggle on the mound. As you can see, the jump that time from Ghana, a good one, and I don't think Cougar would have had a chance that time to even make a throw down to second base. As we look for DJ this year, he's only thrown out one runner in 7 attempts against. As the runner fakes, stays, ground ball towards short. Going to be a tough throw for Mikey Kane. But he hits Doyle on one hop and one away. Here comes Isaiah Gomez, 412 on the year. 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in for San Diego Mesa. Struck out 4 times, 7 for 17 on the year. He's a dangerous hitter in the 3 spot. Facing Prado. As Cougar going to try and throw the runner at second base on a back pick, and he throws it to center field as Ghana was well off. So an error on Cougar is going to put a runner in scoring position here. So now Gomez, who's already got 5 runs batted in on the season, a chance to try and drive in another one. That one fouled away in the count, 1-1. Gomez on the year, as we said, 7 hits and 17 at-bats. His 2 home runs, one of them against Glendale, the other against Rio Hondo, both have come on the road. It might be a little tough today with the wind out of the northeast a little bit today, making the ball a little bit tougher to travel for both teams. But here at Cougar Field, it definitely can leave. We saw it the other day. 4 home runs against in the Orange Coast game, 2 for each side. So certainly a ballpark that can yield a lot of home runs. But with the wind today, it might be a little bit tougher, as it's pretty strong wind, 13 miles an hour out of the north-northeast. The flag out in left field, pretty much blowing straight in. So the count 3-1 here to Gomez. Prado staying very careful with him as Gomez lines this one foul up the third base line, and the count is now full. Gomez's only appearance came against Rio Hondo in that 8-6 loss. As we said, struck out 1, walked 2, didn't give up a run or a hit. As that one's lined down the line in third into left for a base hit, is Gomez going to round first into second base with an RBI double, and San Diego is on the board here 1-0. So the error does not necessarily hurt the Cougars. As Ghana would have scored anyway. And a 1-0 lead with the cleanup hitter Sean Alvarez coming in. So tough start for Prado, and a tough start once again for Canyons, as that's been kind of the book so far this year. As that pitch gets away from Cougar. It's going to move the runner up, so another runner in scoring position here. That's the pass ball. So this one misses up and away, and the count 2-0 here to Alvarez. 375 on the year with a home run and 5 runs batted in. She looked for the Cougars this year. Talk about tough early starts. Held Saddleback off the board in the first inning of their opening game of the year, but then gave up 12 runs over the next 3 innings, including an 8-run 4th inning. That was in their opening game. Gave up 8 and 7 in the first 2 innings on the road against Saddleback a couple of days later. We talked about Orange Coast gave up a 6-run first inning, battled their way back with runs in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, but fell short. And you look, it was big inning bunches against COC that game. 6 in the first, 3 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, as a 1-out walk issued to Alvarez. And I'll bring up Danny Ennis. The Rio Hondo game, the Cougars gave up 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd. Had a lead in that ball game, but gave up 4 in the 5th. But still, early inning runs have really done the Cougars in early on in the season. Trying to figure that out here as runners on the corners with 1 away for Danny Yanez, who's 2 for 14 on the year. The first pitch over for a called strike. Yanez an RBI, a couple of walks, and 3 strikeouts on the season. Freshman out of Spring Valley, California. Went to Grossmont High School, decided to go to San Diego Mesa. So he takes that pitch on the outside half for a called strike, and the count 0-2. For Prado, just a freshman, and remember the Cougars just 1 sophomore on their roster this year, Brandon Cruz. So this one on the ground towards second, picked up by Ballesteros, sends it over to first for the out. Another run will come across, though, as an RBI ground out for Yanez. And there's 2 away here in the first inning. So Prado gets a ground ball, but just not in a spot where the Cougars could turn a double play. And here's Abraham Sanchez, who doesn't have a hit in 9 at-bats this year. So we talked about the Cougars, just 1 sophomore on their roster, 30 total freshmen. Should everybody come back or be close to coming back, you would think that this is kind of a building year, chance to get everybody used to the college game and ready to go. Always, of course, you want to win, but at the same time, trying to grow every player. As that one catches the batter on the arm, but they say he did not make a solid effort to get out of the way of the pitch, so he will stay at the plate, and it's just a ball. So Sanchez will stay at the plate. First pitch is, it's actually a 1-1 count. Sanchez didn't move much when that one hit him, as he took it right off the elbow pad and just kind of said, all right, I'm fine. Good pitch from Prado that time to get over, and the count 1-2. So Prado trying to get the Cougars into hit, limiting the damage to just a couple. As a runner out there in scoring position is Sean Alvarez, after the RBI ground out from Danny Yanez. Sanchez waits on the 1-2 pitch. Prado delivers, misses away, and the count even at 2-2. Sanchez trying to drive another one in for Jake Portugal in his 8th season as the head coach of the Olympians. As that one misses just down. Good pitch from Prado that time, just could not find the zone. And the count now full. Runner will stay put as there's nobody to force him to move. So we wait on the 3-2 pitch with 2 away here in the first. Swung on and missed. First strikeout of the day by Prado. And that'll get the Cougars back in to hit with a 2-run deficit as San Diego puts up 2 runs on 2 hits, an error, and 1 left on base at the end of a half an inning. San Diego Mesa 2, Canyons coming up.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Home half of the first coming up. Cougars trailing 2-0 as take a look at the lineup for COC today. And Chris Cota in his 22nd year as the head coach of Canyons baseball. Doyle Kane getting the start at first base, followed by Mikey Kane. Then DJ Cougar, Steven Gonzalez, the right fielder, in the cleanup spot. Tafton Hensley in the 5 spot. Andy Ambrose, the third baseman, batting 6th. Then Jaden Myatt, the DH. Alex Ballesteros all the way down in the 8th spot today. And then Ryan Camacho, who might be the hottest Cougar bat, in the 9 spot, playing left field. As they will face Tommy Johnson in his 3rd appearance of the year. In 6 innings, has given up 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Walked a couple and struck out 3 for San Diego. As we look at the defense for the Olympians, Sanchez at first, Chacon at second, King the shortstop, Gomez at third, Ghana in left, Yanez in center, Alvarez in right, and Hofstadler behind the plate to work as the battery with Tommy Johnson. As Doyle Kane will step in. Kane did not see much action over the first few games of the year. Did not play in the first 4, but getting the start here today. 2nd straight game in the lineup. Went 0 for 4 against Alan Hancock on the 5th. Starting here today, and will lead off from the right-hand side of the plate as he faces Tommy Johnson. Doyle swings to the first pitch and fouls it away. As the second pitch lifted in the air towards right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit in front of Yanez. Kane rounding first, heading for second, and an easy double to lead things off for the Cougars for Doyle Kane. His first hit of the year. It's a runner on second base in scoring position for his brother Mikey Kane. Mikey 3 for 9 on the year with a home run and 3 runs batted in. These two boys can certainly hit the baseball for the Cougars. Mikey 2 for 5 against Rio Hondo with 3 runs batted in. That was the game he had the home run in. So far this year, of his 3 hits, 2 of them have been of extra bases. He's got a home run and a triple this year. Went 1 for 4 against Alan Hancock. As he stands in and waits, as he fouled the first pitch away. Mikey fouls this one back, and the count 0-2. Mikey out of St. Francis High School, pretty tough hitter. the right-hand side of the plate. So he waits and takes that pitch down. Count 1-2 here to Mike Kane. So he waits and fouls it away, and the count will stay 1-2. This one hitting the air towards right in foul territory. Sanchez trying to track it down, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the grass. So, new life here for Mikey. So count remains 2-2 here to Mikey. Or 1-2 here to Mikey, and he takes that pitch up and away. And now the count is 2-2. That's a good pitch from Tommy Johnson that time. Sets down Mikey Kane after a battle. One away. First time this year Mikey's been set down on strikes, and here comes DJ Cougar, batting .364 on the year, 8 hits and 22 at-bats with 3 runs batted in. So the Cougars would like to get a run on the board here in this first inning, as they trail 2-0. San Diego with 2 in the first, as the top of the Olympians' order did some damage. So we wait on the 2-1 pitch to Cougar, over for a strike. And the count now even at 2-2. DJ takes that pitch down, and the count here full. Started every game so far for the Cougars this year, and has a hit in every game for the Cougars this year. So outside of Ryan Camacho, DJ Cougar might be, as we said, Ryan Camacho might be the hottest bat in the lineup. I don't know, DJ Cougar has a pretty good argument. As he swings and hits this one in the air towards right field. Alvarez says he has a play on it, and does. Makes the catch coming in. That's going to hold Doyle Kane at second base, 2 away. So with 2 away, Steven Gonzalez will try and get the job done for the Cougars and bring a run home. Gonzalez this year hitting .250, 4 hits and 16 at-bats. Hits in 3 straight games between Saddleback, Orange Coast, and Rio Hondo, but went 0 for 3 against Allen Hancock. A tough game for the Cougars offensively as they were only able to put up 1 run. As that pitch misses away, and the count 1-1. One-two count here to Gonzalez. Steven had a couple of big hits in that Orange Coast game. Walked a couple of times as well. Helped extend a few innings for the Cougars as he hits this one in the air on the right side, shallow right field, drifting over the second baseman, Chacon, and he's going to make the catch. And that'll end the inning. So the Cougars strand a leadoff double at the end of a full inning, 2-0. Of the second inning. Top half of the second we go. Bottom of the order coming up for San Diego as they'll face Albert Prado as Klimkowitz, Chacon, and Hofstadler do up. So again, the Cougars will have to play from behind. As we said, it's been a theme for COC this year. As you look, they fell behind to Saddleback. The Bobcats had as we said, a 12-0 lead before the Cougars even put up a run. Same thing, gave up 8 in the first in that second game. 6 against Orange Coast. Gave up the first run to Rio Hondo. They actually scored the first run against Allen Hancock as each team traded runs in the first inning, but just could not find a run for the final 8. So it's 9 straight innings without a run for the Cougars. So we go to work here in the second. Jake Klimkowitz, the DH, 1 for 5 on the year. Couple of strikeouts, doesn't have a run batted in, doesn't have a run scored, and does not have a walk on the season. He'll stand in. His first pitch misses down, and the count 1-0. Jake, another local product to the San Diego area out of La Jolla High School, San Diego, California area. Of course, San Diego, very good baseball area in Southern California. Really is all of Southern California is. A lot of baseball players out and about. And La Jolla, of course, just a beautiful area in general. Have the cliffs down there. Of course, Torrey Pines Municipal Golf Course. You see San Diego down there as well. So why wouldn't you stay home and play in the San Diego area? I don't blame him. I'd do the same thing. As it's very, very nice down there as he swings and misses that pitch. On the count 2-2. It's 2-2 to number 22 for San Diego Mesa as Prado stands on the rubber and will come to the plate. Misses away on a little breaking ball, and the count is full. A little late start to this one, is started just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As the 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. As here's Shakan, he swings and misses at the first pitch. Jesse, 1 for 7 on the year. A couple of strikeouts in a few games for San Diego. Takes that pitch and the count even at 1-1. Shakan didn't play against against Rio Hondo. Went 1 for 3 against Saddleback with a run scored. Didn't have a hit in 4 at-bats against Santa Ana in San Diego's only home game so far of the year. As the Olympians 0-4 on the road so far this year, 0-1 at home. As we said at the start, both these teams opening the season 0-5, so somebody looking for a win today, and should everything go properly, somebody should get it. As the count 2-2. Prado stands, working out of the stretch with nobody on and 1 away here in the second inning. This one grounded towards first. Doyle Kane will pick it up and hustle over to first base for the second out of the inning. And here comes Shane Hofstadler. The catcher, 3 for 11 this year, batting out of the 9 spot, hitting .273 with 3 strikeouts. He swings at the first pitch, lines it down the line, and they say it's just foul, as that would have been for extra bases had it stayed in fair territory. Could not tell from here if it got the line. Looked very, very tight. The home plate umpire, though, is the one that has the call and says it was a foul ball. So it'll bring Hofstadler back to the plate. That one just misses. And the count even at 1-1. Prado drops down a little bit that time, but misses low. That time he comes from a more traditional arm slot and misses away on a fastball. So behind in the count, 3-1 here. Trying to avoid walking the 9-hitter and letting the top of the order come back up, who so far has produced the runs, albeit in just an inning. As Ghana singled to open up the game and then scored as the 3-1 pitch misses just up and in. Had a little bit of a extra movement out on the 2-seamer and just missed. And so the second walk of the day issued by Prado. And we come back around to Andrew Ghana, who's singled and scored a run last inning. So again, another problem for the Cougars this year has been the inability to keep the opposition from flipping the lineup. That comes with the territory of allowing a lot of runs early on in a ball game. And the more times you get to see a pitcher, the more likely you are to create some problems. As this one put on the ground is Ghana trying to bunt for a single, and he will. That ball thrown out into right field. Moving up to third and trying to score from first base. And he's out at the plate is Hofstadler, as they say. The tag was on him before his hand got on the plate. Good recovery by the Cougars that time, as initially the ball thrown out into right field by Ambriz, but coming down from the right field slot, Gonzalez able to get a throw in to Kane. The relay to Cougar is good. They cut down Hofstadler for the third out, and the Cougars will go into hit. Still trailing 2-0 as we head to the second. So the Cougars get some good defense at the end of the second inning to keep the score 2-0 San Diego. And here's Tafton Hensley at the plate. Behind in the count, 0-2. Hensley this year 6 for 20 on the year, with a home run and 5 runs batted in. That home run came against Orange Coast, a ball he hit out to right center field. He takes a strike on the outside corner, and he's set down on 3 pitches by Johnson. So second strikeout of the game for Johnson, excuse me, and it'll bring up Ambriz here, who's 4 for 17 on the year. Ambriz, a couple of runs batted in, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts on the season. As he fouls that one back. And the count 0-2, so Johnson working ahead once again. As Ambra is down on strikes, so back-to-back strikes, or strikeouts here in the second, 2 away, and here's Jaden Myatt going to come in. Myatt 2 for 13. Had a home run against Orange Coast as well. Both those home runs, balls that got out and in a hurry. You talked about Hensley, didn't get a chance to really go over the home run. Myatt, though, a guy that hit one to center and hit it very well out to center field. The ball was traveling nicely, though, the other day. Today, I think the wind going to kind of hang things up a bit more. as it's swirling a bit and kind of coming out of the northeast. So Myatt down on strikes, and a clean inning, an immaculate inning for Johnson as he goes 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts, and at the end of 2 full, it's still 2-0 San Diego Mesa.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Prado back out here for the third. He'll face the heart of the San Diego Mesa order as Tyler King, Isaiah Gomez, and Sean Alvarez due up. After Ghana was left at third on the solid defensive effort from the Cougars after the errant throw from Ambriz on the bunt single for Ghana. King 0 for 1, grounded to short in his first at bat. So King an even 500 now on the year. Takes the first pitch for a strike. King, only game so far this year was against Rio Hondo. Was 3 for 5 with a double in that game as he takes that pitch away and the count 1-1. Prado continues to work here in the third. Has the one he likes. Stands kind of with a closed stance. Comes to the plate. Good pitch on the outside, swung on and missed. And the count 1-2. Much like every batting stance is different, every pitching set is very different. And Prado, a different product with the feet kind of really tight together. Almost his left foot in front of his right as this one lined out to right field for a base hit. And the leadoff runner aboard here in the third. It's Tyler King with a single. As we're saying for Prado, almost has his left foot in front of his right. Sets his hands up near his chest. Gets his back kind of turned towards the plate before he comes up with the left leg and then fires. Makes it a long way to go when you've got runners on. And actually sets at the belt. As he comes to the plate this time and a breaking ball. Little off-speed pitch, swung on foul, tipped into the catcher's glove. It's 0-1. Gomez RBI double back in the first. Gomez just continues to stay hot for San Diego Mesa. 8 hits now and 18 at bats. Average up over 400 as the runner in motion. This one popped up behind the plate. Could be playable for Cougar, but it's going to get just out of play. And so Gomez going to come back. Little run and hit on for Jake Portugal that time, but Gomez just fouls it away and gets new life. And you're okay with that with this guy up at the plate. A little susceptible to the strikeout with 4 of them this year, but very dangerous hitter. especially with runners on, is now he's got 6 runs batted in so far. And he's got a run batted in every game he's played so far this year as he grounds this one wide of third. And we'll do it again at 0-2. She played against Glendale, had a hit and 4 at bats. That hit was a home run, brought in 2 runs on that play. Had an RBI hit against Santa Ana, an RBI hit against Saddleback, and the same against Rio Hondo. And that RBI hit against Rio Hondo, a solo home run. So the runner in motion, Cougars throw down to second base on one hop. Not in time, as King just in. It's a good tag laid on by Ballesteros, but I think the throw just did not have enough heat on it from Cougar, as King had a very good jump. And so a runner in scoring position with nobody out on a 1-2 count, and Isaiah Gomez at the plate. Another off-speed pitch away, a little changeup from Prado that time that missed down. So Albert wants to work away, especially against this guy. So he has some good little back movement on his fastball. Can throw a little two-seamers. This one popped up into right field. Sprinting in as Gonzalez will make the catch. King tagging, but will stay put, and Gonzalez makes a strong throw and a couple of hops towards third base. 1 away. And Sean Alvarez will step in, walked in his only plate appearance back in the first inning. As he swings at the first pitch, lines it foul up the right field line. That one would have been trouble, would have easily scored Gomez from second, or excuse me, King from second base. And most certainly would have been extra bases for Alvarez. Just a little bit too much hook on it though, so he'll come back and behind the count. No balls and 1 strike. That one hit right back at Prado, in and out of his glove. He'll pick it up and fire it to first. Good play by Prado, fielding his position that time on a ball that was hit right back at him. Did all he could to get a glove on it and just popped right out, but fell right down to his feet and made a nice play. So 1-3, the recorded out. Here's Danny Yanez. He swings at the first pitch, grounds it towards second base. Ballesteros out there roaming, will make the play. And so a leadoff single left stranded at the end of 2.5. Still 2-0 San Diego Mesa.
COC's Fire Technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly where I want to be, and it's outside of my comfort zone, and it will be outside of your comfort zone, but you just got to do it. You just got to go all in and just full send and do it.
Home half of the third we go. Cougars trying to get on the board here, trailing 2-0. They'll send Ballesteros Camacho and Kane to the plate. Here in the third, as Tommy Johnson out there once again. Has been good so far, coming off that immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches. And it's a rarity in baseball. You don't see that often. Last I remember hearing of one might have been last season in the major leagues, and I think it was Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers. I don't recall who he was playing, who they were playing though, but so here's Ballesteros, takes the first pitch inside. Alex this year 3 for 18, has started every game for the Cougars this season. He's been a mainstay in the lineup. Counted on a lot for his glove out in the field, as he's usually very good defensively. Has hits in 2 of his last 3, but went 0 for 3 against Alan Hancock. Falls behind in the count 1-2. So Alex Fisher, one error on 20 total chances this season. So had a heavy volume. Started most of the season at shortstop early on for the first 3 games, but then Mikey Kane coming in has picked up the shortstop duties, and that shifted Alex over to second base. But talk about some versatility. Can likely be a guy that plays anywhere on the infield. Out of Birmingham High School, takes that pitch, and the count is 2-2. As he swings and fouls this one away off to the right. Making Tommy Johnson work for it a little bit here in this third as the gusts of wind pick up a little bit here at Cougar Field. Johnson has the one he wants, goes into his wind, will come to the plate, and that one lined into center field for a base hit. So the leadoff runner aboard for the Cougars here in the third. 4th hit of the year for Alex Ballesteros. And that brings in Ryan Camacho, who we said outside of DJ Cougar might be the hottest Cougar in the lineup right now. Hitting .389 on the year, 7 for 18 with a couple of runs batted in. Has had hits in 5 straight. As he shows bunt, brings it back, takes a strike. And remember, Ryan didn't start the first 2 games of the year, came off the bench, had hit in 2 at-bats in each of the first 2 games, went 2 for 5 against Orange Coast, 2 for 5 against Rio Hondo, and then a hit in 4 at-bats against Alan Hancock. So has been a nice little surprise coming off the bench. As that one down the line and right just hooks foul. Gave it a ride down the line, was a tough run for Alvarez. He was not going to get there. And it just landed maybe a foot foul, so Camacho will come back to the plate. As Camacho will show bunt here. And they'll decide to keep Ballesteros close. Cougars not really a running team, have not attempted a stolen base yet this year. Chris Cota opting to put pressure on the defense in different ways as Camacho shows bunt, slashes, grounded towards third, picked up by Gomez to second for 1, but they can't complete the double play, so Camacho on with a fielder's choice. 1 away here in the 3rd inning. We go back to the top of the order with Doyle Kane, who led the game off with a double for the Cougars. Hitting with one away here in the third. So check on Camacho. And again, the Cougars not a team likely to run. They have not attempted a stolen base yet this year. As Kane hits this one down the line and left, hooking foul. And actually a balk was called before the pitch came to the plate, so the pitch doesn't even count, and Ryan Camacho gonna move up to second base. So now a runner in scoring position for the Cougars here, one away in the third after the balk by Johnson. And on top of that, Doyle Kane gets a fresh count. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. So we're going to look at Hofstadler's defense this year behind the plate, but it doesn't matter here with Camacho on third. The Cougars even less likely to try and steal a base. As Kane, soft liner, and that one gets by Gomez into left field. They're going to hold Camacho at third. So runners on the corners for the Cougars here with one away, and Mikey Kane coming to the plate. So 2 hits and 2 at-bats for Doyle Kane. And that one kind of just caught Gomez leaning the wrong way. Kind of... Kind of got Gomez kind of leaning the wrong way. He kind of jumped towards the third base bag initially, and the ball came off the bat, and I think it just caught him off guard, kind of knuckled maybe on him, and had the glove out like he was going to make the play and just missed it. So it's a base hit for Doyle Kane. Mikey Kane up with runners on the corners, takes the first pitch away. We'll see if the Cougars decide to put any sort of play on to try and steal a run here with 1 out. As they do have speed at third in Ryan Camacho. Ryan, a 2-sport athlete, played defensive back for the football team. So certainly capable of moving. We'll see if they decide to run Doyle here. He'll stay put. Mikey will swing and foul this one away. That one misses away, and Mikey's got a nice hitter's count here at 2-1. Outfield pretty much straight away. Up the middle and infield at double play depth. Corners in on the cutout. And would likely try and turn 2 as they have a 2-1 lead. So keep an eye on Doyle, and I think he might have been nabbed had Sanchez been able to hold on to the baseball over at first base. So wait for the 2-1 pitch. Johnson taking his time will come to the plate, and Mikey will foul this one away in the count, 2-2. Kane hits that one towards short. It's going to get by King out into left field. That'll bring a run home. Doyle Kane trying to move up to third. He will. And Mikey heads up into second base using his legs. And the Cougars have runners on second and third, 1 away, and have made it a 1-run ball game. So an RBI hit for Mikey Kane, his 4th run batted in of the year as he brings home Ryan Camacho. As Cougar, first pitch swinging, grounds this one foul up the first base line, and he'll come back and do it again. So good spot for DJ Cougar here, trying to bring home a couple with runners on second and third as the Kane boys in scoring position after back-to-back hits from Doyle and Mikey. And that last one from Mikey was hit hard. It was a one-hopper at King. Just couldn't get a body on it. Even if he did, I think Mikey would have had a hit. So he moves very well. He would have tried to, I think, get Doyle at second, but I don't think he would have gotten him as well, as both the boys move pretty well, and they should. Considering their mother, Lindy Kane, the track and field cross-country coach, you would think the Kane boys can run a bit. As we wait on the 0-2 pitch. Here to Cougar as he waits. That one misses just away. Good pitch on the outside by Johnson. Just could not get the call. That has not been there for most of the game. As Cougar grounds this one towards short, they're going to try and get Mikey Kane at third. He'll make the out at third, but it'll score a run. It's an RBI ground ball for Cougar, and the game is tied at 2. So it's actually a pretty smart play by Mikey Kane that time. You don't want to give up the out necessarily, but make sure the run does get across as he slows down. And it puts a runner on first base in Cougar here. So an RBI fielder's choice for DJ Cougar. So a couple runs in the inning for the Cougars. They've tied the game at 2 here in the third. That one misses away. The count 1-1 here to Steven Gonzalez. Like I said, you don't want to make the out at third necessarily, but you definitely don't want to make the third out at third, and I think that was what Mikey Kane was thinking. I want to make sure this run gets across, as it was a slow chopper. At the same time, you might think you'd want to stay at second base there and stay in scoring position here with Steven Gonzalez, but either way, the run gets across, you tie it up at 2, and Gonzalez certainly a guy that can drive a ball in a gap and score. DJ Cougar, who runs well from behind the plate as a catcher from first base. We've seen it a few times with DJ this year, shown a bit of speed. So we wait on the 2-2. They'll check on Cougar at first. He'll dive back in safely. Gonzalez fouls that one into the glove of Hofstadler. He's down on strikes. 5th strikeout of the day for Tommy Johnson, but the Cougars get a couple on 3 hits in the inning. Tie the game at 2. We head to the 4th.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
The restaurant and hotel business is the 2nd largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry we choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
Prado back out for the fourth as he'll face Abraham Sanchez, Jake Klimkowitz, and Jesse Chacon here in the fourth inning in a 2-2 ball game here on a beautiful but windy day in Santa Clarita. And plenty more coming up on the Cougar Sports Network this week. Of course, today, baseball against San Diego Mesa, but on Wednesday, a doubleheader. Tomorrow, basketball, Glendale. Very important games on the men's and the women's side as this one hit in the air towards center field from Sanchez, and he's retired by Hensley. So one away. Let's talk about the upcoming schedule. We said very important games for both the men and the women tomorrow. 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. basketball. And then baseball back here on Friday against Allen Hancock, and then a triple hitter on Saturday starting with baseball at 10 a.m. against Rio Hondo. Should be fun, getting down to the nitty-gritty of basketball season. Only 3 more home games left as Klimkowitz is going to try and bunt for a single, but he got too much on that one. It's right at the first baseman, Doyle Kane, and 2 away. So Prado trying to work a quick inning here. Couple of pitches, couple of outs. And Jesse Chacon, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out, grounded to first. Back in the second inning. As he'll show bunt, tries to bunt for a hit. Prado having to field his position, will pick it up, and he throws it away. Chacon going to try and make it up to second base. He's safe at second, able to slide around the tag. And Chris Cota immediately out of the dugout to trot out to talk to the umpire in the field. And had to tell Mikey to back off. So an error on Prado. So an error on Prado gives Chacon second base with Hofstadler up, who walked. So they're going to try and get Chacon at second, who was running the whole way on the bunt. And credit him running hard, run a hard 90 down to first. Ball got thrown away and immediately took off to second, did not even hesitate. And Doyle Kane made a good, strong throw towards second. Mikey had the tag there, and just a better slide from Chacon. And it's tough to see on our camera, even from our position here, if the tag got on him. So you got to take the word of it for the umpire. And so San Diego with a chance to try and push a run back across. Chacon kind of dancing around out towards second base, making Prado think about it. And that pitch hit out into center field for a base hit. Chacon going to score from second base. So San Diego able to take advantage of the error from Prado as Hofstadler drives him in. On a 2-out single. And we'll go back to the top of the order, and Andrew Ghana coming up. And there's a bat check going on, looked like. Plate umpire kind of taking a look at the bat. And so here's Ghana, who's 2 for 2 today. Scored in the first. Had the bunt single in the second that almost brought home a run, if not for some good backup help from Gonzalez. His runner in motion fouled away on the pitch. So opting to play run and hit again. San Diego continues to try and put pressure on the defense here. So Mesa once again with a 3-2 lead. After the 2 runs in the third from the Cougars to tie it. 1 across here in the fourth so far with 2 away. Runner stays put this time. The 0-1 pitch misses down. The 1-1 pitch with the runner in motion. Cougar will try and throw him out at second base, but the throw going to be behind the second base batting, so Ballesteros will just catch it. So it's a stolen base. For Hofstadler. Second stolen base in the ball game. Cougars continue to struggle throwing runners out on the bases here early on in the season. As you look, it's 13 stolen bases this year against. As that one fouled away, and that one hit Cougar in the arm, so he'll kind of walk it off for a second here. They've only thrown 2 runners out so far this year, have the Cougars, so it's just been tough in terms of keeping teams from being able to move everybody around on them. Prado trying to make it hurt a little less, though. See if you can limit it to 1. Got the first 2 batters in the inning on a couple of pitches, but then the error on the bunt attempt from Chacon and the RBI single from Hofstadler. And now the stolen base with Ghana up there, trying to bring him home. They're going to throw behind, and Prado's going to throw it out into center field, so the runner going to move up 90 feet. They're going to look to send him at first, but the sign better of it and keeping him at third base. So second error in the inning on Prado. So now a little bit easier task for Ghana at the plate, who fouls this one away. So this one sliced down the line and right and foul, so we'll do it again. 1-2. So Ghana trying to do the job here and get the lead back to 2 for Mesa. Prado set at the belt, will come to the plate. 1-2 pitch fouled away again, and we'll do it a third time. Time Prado comes with a pitch in the dirt, trying to get Ghana chasing, could not. So we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh! Almost lost our scorecard in the wind. So we wait on the 2-2 pitch. That one hit softly towards second base. Mikey Kane going to be able to field it in the air. Good running catch from Mikey that time to retire Ghana. And that retires the side. San Diego gets 1. An unearned run off the error by Prado that allowed Chacon on. And the RBI hit from Hofstedler, and we head to the home half of the 4th inning. 3-2 in favor.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
So we go to the 4th inning here. Tafton Hensley, Andy Ambrose, and Jade Myatt at the plate. It's the count 2-1 here to Tafton Hensley. Hensley hits this one in the air towards left field and deep. Drifting back is Ghana, and he'll make the catch just in front of the wall. So 1 away. Hensley gave it a ride, just could not get enough of it. So Hensley flies out to left on a deep fly ball, gave it a ride, but I think the wind just hung it up. And it'll bring in Andy Ambrose, who struck out back in the 2nd inning. So the Cougars trying to get something going here in the 4th, trailing 3-2. Ambrose fouls the first pitch away. Ambrose fouls the 2nd pitch away, and he's behind on the count 0-2. Similar to the last time Ambrose was up. Him, Hensley, and Myatt were all down on strikes on 3 pitches as Tommy Johnson with an immaculate inning. The rarely seen, rarely duplicated immaculate innings. He's ahead in the count 0-2 here to Ambrose. So this pitch hit in the air towards center field. Should be playable for Yanez. And actually, that one's going to get down for a base hit. Looked like it might get out to center to Yanez, and instead, it landed in front of Chacon. So it's a fly ball single for Ambrose. And a one-out hit for the Cougars with a runner on. So the wind factoring in that time, as that was a ball that should have been easily playable back of second base for either Yanez, Chacon, or King. Chacon went back after it, and it actually landed in front of him as he overran it, as I think the wind kind of picked up at the right moment for Ambrose, and you'll take the fly ball single. It's a line drive in the scorebook. And it brings up Myatt with one away and a runner on first. Johnson doesn't like that one, so he'll get a new sign. Takes a look at Ambrose at first base. Will deal to Myatt, who swings through an off-speed pitch. A good changeup by Johnson. And the count 0-2 here to Myatt. As the pitch to Myatt called strike 3 on the outer half, and it's 2 away. 6th strikeout of the day for Tommy Johnson. So here's a big spot for Ballesteros. Had a single in his last at bat. Trying to keep the inning alive for the Cougars here after the one-out single from Ambrose. Ballesteros takes that one down in the dirt. Ambrose is going to stay put. It's a good job to keep it in front by Hofstadler. As this one hit in the air towards center field. This one's going to be trouble again. That's going to get down for a hit. So a couple of fly ball singles in the inning as Ballesteros able to hit one into center that falls. And it'll put runners on the corners for the Cougars here. That's going to bring a visit to the mound here after a couple of singles. Trevin Esquera, the pitching coach, going to come to talk to Tommy Johnson here about what to do with runners on the corners. So the Cougars trailing by a run. So here's Ryan Camacho. He swings the first pitch, softly lined towards the shortstop King, and that will end the inning. So he had a right man in the right spot, and Ryan Camacho just couldn't come up with a hit. Cougars leave 2 aboard here in the 4th. We head to the 5th inning And
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Fifth inning we go. Albert Prado still on the mound as he'll go into the fifth inning. Longest outing of the year for him. And he's kept the Cougars close after giving up 2 in the first. Almost got out of the third without giving up a run other than the error, and that led to the run. As he'll face King, Gomez, and Alvarez here in the fifth inning. Trying to hold it right here and get the Cougars back to the plate. Had something cooking last inning on the offensive side for COC, but just couldn't push a run across after a couple of fly ball singles. As King up, has a hit in 2 at-bats today. Facing Prado for the third time. The first pitch, a fastball in the outside corner, called for a strike. Prado, some late movement on that fastball. Looks like he comes with a bit of a two-seamer. There's a little bit of backwards movement on it, back towards a right-handed hitter. So that time comes with a changeup and misses down. Just has not had the command maybe of that pitch that he would like today. He just has not been able to fool a lot of hitters with the off-speed pitches. King showing bunt, pops it up foul. He's behind in the count 1-2. Kyle Kopp up in the bullpen getting some work for the Cougars. Looks like he may be next up for COC. That one misses, and the count 2-2. This one chopped towards third. Ambriz will pick it up on one big hop and fire it to first. One away. So one down, Isaiah Gomez coming up. 1 for 2 today. Doubled, scored a run, drove in a run back in the first. That one misses down. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. That one over on the outside, a delayed strike call from the home plate umpire that time. Is Prado trying to stay away here from the power of Gomez, who, as we said, has had a couple of home runs this year. As he swings and hits that one in the air towards center field. Should be playable for Tafton Hensley as he'll drift over and make the catch. Started back on it like it was going to be much deeper than it was. Then ended up drifting over towards right center field to make the catch. 2 away. And Sean Alvarez coming up. Alvarez 0 for 1, grounded, or actually hit a line drive back at Prado in the 3rd inning that Prado made a nice play on, knocked it down, almost caught it on the fly, but just couldn't hold on. Was able to pick it up and throw out Alvarez at first base as he faces him for the 3rd time here in the 5th inning. And a 1-run ball game as Alvarez lines that one to right field for a base hit. So a 2-out single. First hit of the day for Sean Alvarez. And it'll bring Danny Yanez to the plate. Yanez a pair of ground balls to second base today. 0 for 2. Now just 2 hits and 16 at bats, so struggling a bit here early on in the season is Danny, but as we said, still very early in the year for everybody, just game 6 on the season. Runner in motion here. Cougar going to try and get Alvarez, who I think that ball came up and caught him in the face. Looks like he's all right. Immediately hopping up. And he's actually moving his left arm like that's the problem. So another stolen base. 3rd of the game for San Diego Mesa. Medical staff out to check on Alvarez at second. As it's his left arm, maybe just a little bit of a scrape, but he looks like he's all right. Thought initially he got caught in the face, either by the ball or by the tag from Mikey Kane, but, and if he did, inadvertent for sure. So he's in scoring position with 2 away and 2 strikes on Danny Yanez. So Prado steps off and he'll get set. He'll come to the plate on the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He sets Yanez down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the day for Prado as he gets through the 5th. Gives up a hit, but nothing else. We head to the home half. Cougars trailing by a run here from Cougar Field. So top of the order due up here in the 5th for the Cougars. The Kane boys and DJ Cougar set to come to the plate, facing Tommy Johnson here in the 5th inning. So the third time around for the Cougars as well, as this one fouled away. Kane a couple of hits and 2 at-bats. Now 2 for 6 on the year. That one hit in the air towards right field. Should be playable for Alvarez, and it is. So Kane set down for the first time today. One away. Bring Mikey Kane to the plate. So here's Mikey Kane, 1 for 2, struck out in his first at-bat, singled in his second at-bat. That's a fair ball down the third base line, and a nice play from Gomez at third. That's a tougher play than Gomez made that look, as Mikey Kane does run well, and that ball was slowly rolling, hopped over the bag. And Kane retired, so 2 quick outs here in the 5th inning. And DJ Cougar, who flew out, grounded home a run on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, coming up. So Cougar trying to start something with 2 away here for the Cougars. DJ takes a strike. Before today, like we said, DJ hitting .364, 8 hits and 22 at-bats, leading the team in hits so far this year. So he's done a very good job at the plate as he takes that pitch for a strike. And he's behind 1-2. That one hits Cougar. Caught him right in the back. And he just turned at the last second to get hit with that one in a good spot as he was turning like he was going to take a swing. So with 2 away, hit batter, first of the ball game. It'll put a runner on first base for Steven Gonzalez, who's 0 for 2. Flew out to second, into shallow right field, and struck out. As Gonzalez is certainly a guy that can create some problems as he singles up the middle to center field. So a 2-out hit for Steven Gonzalez. Cougar going to try and advance to third on a throw that got away, and he makes the out at third base, and that will end the inning. So a 2-out hit by pitch, a 2-out single, but Cougar cut down, trying to advance on the throw that got away from the third baseman Gomez, and that'll end the 5th inning. So we head to the 6th, and a new pitcher here for the Cougars. So Kyle Kopp going to come in to take over. So Prado gives 5 strong innings. Gives up 3 runs in 5 innings on 6 hits. Just 2 of the runs earned. Walked a couple. Struck out 3. And it'll bring in Kyle Kopp. Kopp this year in 2 games and 1 start is 0-1. Went an inning and a third so far this year. Has given up 10 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2 and struck out 2. So Kopp going to try and come in and keep it a tight ball game as it's a 1-run game. As he'll face Sanchez, Klimkowitz, and Chacon here in the 6th inning. So Sanchez up 0 for 2 today. Struck out, flew out. Trying to get something started for Mesa here in the 6th inning with a 1-run lead. As they face a new pitcher in Kopp. As the righty will deliver the first pitch on the inner half of the plate for a called strike. So we said Kopp this year has had 2 appearances, and it's been a bit of a struggle for him. Pitched against OCC in his lone start of the year and had a tough first inning. Actually, it might have been Saddleback. I'm trying to remember, and of course the internet's not cooperating. No, I was correct. It was Orange Coast. Went 2/3 of an inning in that one. Gave up 6 runs in that first inning. So just a tough start for him to the year. Only went 2/3 of an inning against Saddleback as well. Gave up 3 hits and a run. So his ERA this year is sky high at 47.25. But it'll come down as he collects outs, as that is the case as the season goes on. As that one over for a strike, and the count is 2-2. Cougars have a couple of guys with ERAs that are way up there. Malachi Corral with a 72 ERA this year. As he's 0 for 2 this year in 1 start. He's only pitched in 2 innings and get up 16 runs. Has just had a tough one. As this one popped up, playable for Ballesteros, and to make the catch 1 down. So here's Klimkowitz, 0 for 2 today, struck out, grounded to first. As he faces Kopp, and the first pitch misses away. San Diego with 2 in the first, 1 in the 4th on 5 hits in the ball game. Actually 6 hits, I think, is what we'll officially call it. Scoreboard might be 1 off. Cougars 2 runs in the 3rd, 7 hits so far in the ball game. A couple of errors on COC as well. One of those leading to the go-ahead run as it sits right now. As Klimkowitz up in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Klimkowitz gives it a big hack, fouls that one away. Caught Cougar, I think, on the foot. And DJ was kind of limping off the field after he made the final out of the 5th inning at third base as he fell down trying to stop as he knew he was kind of dead to rights at third and twisted himself up a little bit and then just takes some more punishment on that last one. So we wait on the 2-1 pitch. Copp's pitch, curveball on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. Tried to come upstairs with the 2-2 and missed it. I think he kind of just lost the handle on it. I think that ball was supposed to snap on him and did not. So the count full here to Klimkowitz with 1 away here in the 6th inning. It's the 3-2 pitch lifted in the air towards right. Gonzalez initially starts back. Will have to charge it. Will make a running catch down the line and right. 2 away. And the wind certainly playing a factor on fly balls today. We saw a couple of fly ball singles for the Cougars a couple innings ago. That time made it a tough play on Steven Gonzalez, but he was able to make the catch. And now here's Chacon, who takes the first pitch off the foot. So Kopp hits a batter, and with 2 away, a runner on. On the first pitch to Hofstadler, Chacon takes second, and on the throw, able to advance to third as it gets out to center. So they're going to call it a stolen base and an error to move Chacon up to third. Hofstadler fouls the pitch away, and he's behind 0-2. So the count's still 2-2 to Hofstadler here. As Kopp comes with the pitch down, and that one looked very good, just did not get the call. The dugout thought he had it. And the count 1-2. So 1-2 pitch. As Kopp trying to keep Chacon at third. That one lifted in the air towards right field. Gonzalez at first drifted in, and then had to turn course, make a complete hard 90-degree turn towards the right field line, but was able to make the catch, and that retires the side. So Kopp hits a batter, gets 3 pop-ups, and we head to the home half. Cougars still trailing by a run, 3-2.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
So a pitching change coming here in the 6th for San Diego Mesa, as Tommy Johnson lifted for the left-hander, Zach Mayhew. Johnson goes 5, gives up 2 runs on 7 hits. Had a nice game strikeout-wise, 6 Ks. And didn't walk anybody. So solid outing from Tommy Johnson. And the lefty Mayhew will come in here. Mayhew, 2 1/3 innings pitched, has given up a hit. Walked 3, struck out 2. As he'll face Hensley, Ambriz, and Myatt here in the 6th inning. The Cougars trying to get something going, starting to run out of time as they trail by a run. Hensley swings and misses, and behind in the count, 0-2. Mayhew, good little movement on that pitch from the lefty. Gets Hensley on strikes. So 1 away. Second time today Hensley's been set down on strikes. And here's Andy Ambriz, had the fly ball single back in the 4th inning. With 1 away, trying to start things again here in the 6th. As the shadows starting to set in around the infield, with some sun peeking through a bit, as the trees behind us kind of create the shadows. It's been a nice day today, 81 degrees at first pitch. But the temperature will start to drop as it is still winter time here in California. Although you wouldn't know it with 80-degree temps today. We're in a little bit of a heat snap right now, as high pressure system, according to Dallas Raines on ABC 7 Eyewitness News, if you watch the news up here in Los Angeles. And the Santa Ana winds, which blow out of the east, creating the warm weather. It's nice, perfect time with the Super Bowl coming up this weekend. Of course, the Rams in the Super Bowl taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Everybody will have their eyes on that. And plenty of more baseball coming up, especially here at Cougar Field. A couple more games this week, like we said. Alan Hancock here on Friday, and then Rio Hondo on Saturday. Remember that Saturday one, a 10 a.m. start, part of a triple header here on the Cougar Sports Network. As we'll play 3. 1 baseball game and 2 basketball games. The men and the women taking on Citrus in very important games as it comes to the playoff standings. Ambriz down on strikes. So back-to-back strikeouts for Mayhew, and 2 away. And here comes Jaden Myatt, who's struck out twice so far today. Myatt fouls the first pitch away. It's 0-1. Myatt trying to just put a bat on the ball for the first time today. Takes a strike and is again behind in the count, 0-2, and that's been kind of the problem for Jaden today, has been behind in the count a lot. He's had to try and battle his way back into at-bats as he waits on the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. The runner is going to be called out for interference as he got in the way of Hofstadler, but he threw him out anyway. So Mayhew strikes out the side. We head to the 7th inning. Still 3-2 in favor of San Diego Mesa here from Cougar Field. So Kopp back out will face the top of the order here in the 6th inning. So nobody able to put up runs in the 5th and the 6th. So it'll be Ghana, King, and Gomez, the scheduled hitters, here to face Kopp. Ghana 2 for 3 today. A couple of hits. Scored a run back in the 1st. 2nd inning had that bunt single, that wild play that ended the 2nd inning. Hofstadler trying to score from 1st on the bunt. Ended up being thrown out at home on a relay throw by Doyle Kane. It's the first pitch over for a strike to Ghana. And Kopp starts the 7th inning ahead in the count. That one nearly hits Ghana. Kopp trying to work fast, get the Cougars back out to the plate. So they trail by a run. It's Ghana trying to bunt for a hit again. And that time Ambrose can't make the play. So another error on the Cougars. That one credited to Ambrose. So the Cougars just having a tough day defensively. So to bring up King here. Check on Ghana. And remember, San Diego very adept at running, at least today. They had 7 stolen bases on the year. It only been caught once. And today have 4, I think, against the Cougars. If I go back and total it up, I'm trying to calculate it in my head. Is this one grounded towards short? Mikey King got a step on second for 1. Throws it to first. A double play as King grounds it towards second base. And Mikey Kane right there to scoop it up and get 2 quick outs. So a good pitch from Kopp. So Kopp, after Ghana reaches on the air, gets the double play ball. And now he'll face Isaiah Gomez, who's 1 for 3 today. That one just misses away. Good pitch. As Kopp has Gomez behind in the count, 1-2. So the error doesn't hurt the Cougars as the defense picks Ambrose back up. Gomez hits this one in the air. Playable in shallow left center field. And Ryan Camacho cruising in very nonchalantly makes the catch. Made that one look very simple on what probably was not with the way the wind is blowing. And so Kopp doesn't give up a hit. Gets the side in order after the double play. We head to the home half of the 7th inning. Still a 1-run ball game here on the Cougar Sports Network. So we go to the 7th here. The Cougars will send Ballesteros, Camacho, and the top of the order to the plate. Trailing by a run, trying to tie this one back up. So they got it back to square in the 3rd, but gave up a run in the 4th, and so far that's been the difference. As the first pitch over for a strike to Ballesteros. Alex, couple of singles today. Had a solid single in the 3rd inning, and then a fly ball single in the 4th inning. But both count as line drives in the scorebook, trying to make it 3 for 3 today as he takes that pitch away. The count even at 1-1, facing Mayhew here, out for his 2nd inning of work. Ballesteros takes that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Mayhew pretty crafty, it seems. A lot of deception in his pitches. Doesn't necessarily overpower hitters, but has some late movement that I think is throwing the Cougars off so far. As he comes kind of out of that 3/4 slot, stands way on Actually, pretty much stands right in the middle of the rubber now that we retake a look at it, which might even throw teams off an added little bit. As that one misses just up and away in the count full. He thought he had strike 3. So a 3-2 count here to Ballesteros. Trying to get the leadoff runner aboard in the 7th inning for Canyons. As Ballesteros swings, lines this one out into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. The leadoff runner aboard for COC here in the 7th. As Alex Ballesteros has his 3rd hit of the ball game. So Alex red hot today, now has 6 hits on the season. The average up from 167 above 200 now. And it brings in Ryan Camacho 0 for 2 today. Camacho 7 hits in his first 5 games, has a 5-game hitting streak right now, trying to extend it to 6. Now would be a good time for it. With the leadoff runner aboard, and the Cougars something cooking here in the 7th, trying to tie the game. Camacho going to show bunt though. And he'll put it down. Mayhew going to try for second. The throw going to be in time, just a half a step ahead of Ballesteros. And the pitcher fielding his own position nicely. So Camacho on a fielder's choice reaches again. So a nice play by Zach Mayhew to field his position. And again, it was a half a step, if that, to get Ballesteros. So here comes Doyle Kane, who's 2 for 3 today. Couple of hits as he swings and fouls the first pitch up the third base line. Kane swings and misses. Took a big hack at that pitch and just swung over the top of it. It's some late movement again for Mayhew. And the count 0-2 here to Doyle Kane. With Camacho at first base. As Kane lifts this one in the air, it's going to stay on the infield, and it's going to be an easy play for Chacon. So 2 down here in the 7th inning, and Mikey Kane headed to the plate. So again, the Cougars with the leadoff runner aboard. But a fielder's choice and a pop-up on the infield, and Mikey Kane now with 2 away trying to keep the inning going. Over their last 14 innings, the Cougars have scored in just 2 of those 14. So the offense, after last week against OCC and Rio Hondo looking like it may have found something, struggled against Allen Hancock, has only put up 2 today, even though they've strung together 8 hits in the ballgame, just haven't been able to put together any extra base hits outside of the leadoff double from Doyle Kane. That's been the only extra base hit of the ballgame for the Cougars. As Mikey Kane gives this one a ride to left field and deep. Back towards the track. It'll bounce off the wall. They're going to try and send Camacho from first. The relay is short, and Camacho's going to score easily from first base to tie the game at 3 here in the 7th inning on an RBI double from Mikey Kane. And a good swing that time from Mikey. He hit that one solidly out to left field down the line. His 2nd run batted into the ball game, his 2nd hit of the ball game. And for the 2nd time today, Ryan Camacho has scored, and the Cougars have evened it back up at 3. And here's DJ Cougar, who does not have a hit and 2 at-bats today, trying to trade places with Mikey Kane and put the Cougars out in front for the first time, potentially. They've found a little bit against Mayhew here in the 7th inning. First pitch to Cougar misses away. DJ's had a tough day behind the plate in terms of runners. Would love to have a hit here and changed a little bit of the narrative today. As he takes the strike, kind of shrugs his shoulders, says it's okay, we'll go back to work. As the ball game tied at 3 on the 9th hit of the ball game for the Cougars, the second hit for Mikey Kane is both the Kane boys with extra base hits today. As Cougar could not check his swing, and the count 1-2. That one swung on and missed. Good breaking pitch down in the dirt, and they'll throw the runner out at first base. So Cougar down on strikes. 4th strikeout of the day for Mayhew, but he gives up a run on the RBI double from Mikey Kane. And the Cougars back to even as we head to the 8th inning. Here from Cougar Field, 3-all on the Cougar Sports Network. We head to the 8th. Cougars and the Olympians tied at 3 as Kyle Kopp coming back out for his 3rd inning of work will face Alvarez, Yanez, and Sanchez, the scheduled hitters. Alvarez 1 for 2 today with a single, stole a base. He faces Kopp for the first time, first pitch away. After giving up 2 in the first, Cougars have done a good job to limit it to single runs. Just a single run in the 4th. As Kopp has looked good in his 2 innings of work. Gets that one over for a strike. He's had a little bit of traffic on, 2 base runners against, but has gotten some help from the defense. As that one, a good pitch on the inside, little bit of a breaking ball that Alvarez swings through, and it's 1-2. Kopp tried to snap that one down and get Alvarez to chase, could not. So we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alvarez, much like Prado before, as we talked about, kind of closed in his setup on the rubber, stands on the 3rd base side of the rubber, has his feet kind of in front of one another, sets himself at the belt. Doesn't quite have as pronounced as a shoulder turn as that one. Ooh, looked like it was on the outside corner, just missed. And the count now full. It's a very good pitch from Kopp that time. And credit Alvarez not chasing. Looked good from here, but the home plate umpire says no, so a full count. As Kopp's pitch not offered at by Alvarez. So a leadoff walk, Alvarez aboard. First walk issued by Kopp. And it'll bring up Danny Yanez, who's 0 for 3 today. And it'll bring a visit to the mound, actually, for the Cougars. Is Ryan Paramo, the pitching coach, going to go out and talk with Kyle Kopp, settle him down, puts his arms around both Kyle Kopp and DJ Cougar and says, we're all right here, nothing hurt. Let's go get another ground ball. And I think part of the conversation is, too, with the ability from San Diego they've shown to run. Paramo saying, let's make sure we kind of keep an eye on this guy, be ready to go. So keep an eye on the runner at first base and Alvarez. And immediately Kopp with a quick move over to first. And Alvarez back in time. Yanez will show bunt. Puts it in front of the mound. Cougar going to have to just go to first, and just in time to get Yanez at first. So it's a sacrifice bunt. It'll move the runner up to second base. So a runner in scoring position here in the 8th. So it's Sanchez now with the runner in scoring position who's 0 for 2 today, facing Kopp. So the sacrifice from Yanez. San Diego opting to play a little small ball here. Something you don't see a lot of anymore in baseball. Certainly not in the big leagues. That one fouled up the first base line. Definitely not in the NCAA level of college baseball. You don't see a lot of sacrifice bunting anymore. Maybe a little bit more now than 10, 15 years ago when the aluminum bats were really creating some crazy ball flight. Back in the days of some 12 to 11 NCAA tournament games out in Omaha. But now it's kind of a lost skill in baseball, the ability to sacrifice runners around. So this one fouled away, and the count stays 1-2. And it's not just something you can do randomly. Bunting, very difficult skill to master, as there's a lot of things that can go wrong, and a lot of strategy into where you place the baseball, how hard you put the bat on the ball. But we've seen San Diego a few times today run the bunt play, bunting for hits, bunting for sacrifices to move runners around. So certainly part of the strategy for Mesa today. As timeout called at the plate by Sanchez. As the infield pretty much completely shaded, still some pokes of sunshine out there poking through the trees. As Kopp set will come to the plate. That one called strike 3 on the inside corner. That's a big pitch from Kyle Kopp. His first strikeout of the day as he sets down Sanchez on strikes. 2 away, and it'll bring Jake Klimkowitz to the plate. So Klimkowitz 0 for 3 as well. In a big spot with 2 away and a runner in scoring position, so Sanchez will have an extra chance to break on any ball that's hit, score on any single, as he'll get a little bit of a head start on any fielders out there. Outfield pretty deep right now for the Cougars. This is the first pitch over on the outside corner for a called strike. Hensley particularly deep in center field. Camacho a little bit shallower in left. Gonzalez relatively deep and off the line out and right. Kopp facing Klimkowitz here in the 8th inning. That one grounded toward short, past a diving Mikey Kane. They're going to wave the runner from second base. The throw from Camacho is cut off, and they've got the runner hung up between third and home. As they have Sanchez in a rundown, Cougars going to tag him as he falls down, and the Cougars escape what looked like might have been an RBI single, but a strong throw from Ryan Camacho. On the base hit from Klimkowitz, cuts down Alvarez, at the plate, and we head to the home half of the 8th inning. 3-all here from Cougar Field. So a pitching change for Mesa as we head to the 8th inning. Zach Mayhew goes 2, gives up 2 hits and a run. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4. And the lock for the right-hander. Alex Markowitz going to come in and take over. So certainly for Mesa, if they look back at the ball game later, the 2 plays at the plate have really been the issue at the moment, as they had what looked like a run in the second inning, if not for a strong relay throw from the Cougar defense. And then on that last one, Camacho coming up throwing, throws a strike right to the third baseman, Ambriz, who then is able to smartly look up and see that the runner had stopped halfway between third and home and just hung him up into a rundown, and they were able to get the out. As Gonzalez at the plate to lead off here in the 8th, is ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes against Markowitz, the freshman right-hander out of Alpine, California. Markowitz getting his first appearance of the year. And in a big spot right now in a tie ball game in the 8th inning. It's the count 2-1 here. Gonzalez 1 for 3 today. Singled, but the Cougars ran themselves out of the inning back in the 5th, as DJ Cougar ran into the final out at third base. So Gonzalez trying to get the leadoff runner on. Chops this one in front of the plate. Going to be a tough play for Markowitz. Not in time at first. It's Gonzalez in there with an infield single, and the leadoff runner aboard for the Cougars in the bottom of the 8th inning. And so that'll bring Tafton Hensley to the plate with Gonzalez at first. Leadoff runner aboard, and the Cougars trying to get something going here in the 8th inning. Hensley 0 for 3 today, struck out twice, flied to deep left field as he hits this one well in the air to center field. Drifting back towards the track. It's going to go off the top of the wall as Yanez couldn't get to it. Gonzalez going to try and score from first base. He will. And Hensley slides into third with a triple, and the Cougars are in the lead for the first time today. So an RBI triple for Tafton Hensley. Scored Gonzalez from first and was maybe about a foot from a 2-run home run as it hit right off the top of the center field wall. And the Cougars are cooking here in the 8th inning with one on the board. Nobody out, and Andy Amber is at the plate. First pitch is down in the dirt. Good block by Hofstadler. So Ambrose, who's 1 for 3 today with a single, chance to try and bring home another run, as the infield for Mesa is in to try and take away that run with Hensley at third. As that pitch misses away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So if you're Ambrose here looking one spot, pitch you can try and drive. As that one gets to the backstop. It's a wild pitch on Markowitz, and Hensley able to score. Took the ball right in the gut on the throw, but he comes across the plate. He'll take the pain for the run, and the Cougars have a 2-run lead as the wild pitch brings Hensley in. So a couple of hits, a wild pitch, 2 runs across, and we start the inning all over again with the Cougars leading by 2, and a 3-ball and no strikes count to Andy Ambrose. So the offense coming alive at the right time as Ambrose takes a strike. A leadoff single from Gonzalez, and then a hard line drive out to center field that hit off the top of the wall from Tafton Hensley. A leg triple from the center fielder that scored Gonzalez from first, and then he's able to score on the wild pitch. Ambrose fouls that one away, and the count full here. So we wait on the 3-2 pitch. Ambrose hits this one in the air down the line and right. Going to be a tough play for Alvarez trying to track it down, and it's going to get down in foul ground, so Ambrose will come back to the plate. Remember, we set this one up. Both these teams 0-5 on the years, so somebody should pick up a W today. And right now the Cougars with a 2-run lead. Some action in the COC bullpen here. Trying to see who it is. Tough to see as we're looking through a batting screen and a couple of fences. As Ambrose down on strikes, called strike 3 on a pitch on the outside corner. And so Markowitz with his first strikeout of the year sets down Ambrose for the 3rd time today on strikes, 1 away. And Jaden Myatt, who struck out 3 times today, coming to the plate. Myatt just trying to put the ball in play. And actually they're going to hit for Myatt here. And so the Cougars will lift Myatt for Rowan Turan here in the 8th inning. So Turan getting his first at bat of the day. Hacks at the first pitch, as pinch hitters are apt to do. One away, takes the 0-1 pitch over the heart of the plate for a strike, and it's 0-2. Turan this year 0 for 7, has scored a couple of times, walked once, reached on an error. Trying to restart the inning for the Cougars after they've already put up 2. As he swings and misses down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts for Markowitz as he sets down Ambrose, sets down Turan. And 2 away, and here's Alex Ballesteros, who's 3 for 3 on the day. So if you wanted anybody to start things up here, this would certainly be the guy to do it, as he's had a solid game at the plate. 3 singles and 3 at-bats as he takes the first pitch away. Looks like the Cougars have Josh Yosfan up in the bullpen getting loose. So we'll see if they opt to bring Kopp back out for a 4th inning of work, as this one fouled away. And the count 1-1 here to Ballesteros. Alex now 6 hits on the season in 21 at-bats. So as we said, the average was 167 to start the year, or start the day, but has certainly gone up as he hits a line drive out into left center field, and that's 4 singles today for Alex Ballesteros. 4 for 4 in the ball game, and the Cougars have a runner aboard with 2 away here in the 8th inning. And that will end the day for Markowitz. So a pitching change coming for San Diego Mesa after Markowitz goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 runs on 3 hits. And we'll get the pitching change for you in just a moment. So Christian Nava going to come in to take over. So he'll face Ryan Camacho with Ballesteros on first. Nava this year has not pitched, so he'll get his first opportunity today. So Camacho up with the runner on first base. Ryan 0 for 3 today, still trying to extend a 5-game hitting streak. And keep the 8th inning going for the Cougars, as that pitch misses inside, and the count 1-1. So for Ballesteros, as we said, started the year, we finished that thought that we had a few moments ago. Started the day at 167, 4 hits and 4 at-bats, and now all of a sudden he's hitting 272. So that's how quickly it changes. As Camacho checks his swing, Ballesteros going to stay, as again Hofstadler does a good job to keep that one in front. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Here to Ryan Camacho. I think if you're COC, you know no lead is safe in college baseball. You'd certainly love to have a little 2-out rally here, especially with the top of the order standing on deck. As Camacho gets hit in the hip. And that'll put runners on first and second, so just what the Cougars would have liked is Nava hits Camacho. And for Camacho, who doesn't have a hit today, he's going to probably end his 5-game hitting streak unless the Cougars, of course, get him back up. But he's reached 3 times and has scored twice, so still contributing on the offensive side. As Doyle Kane will step in. Kane with a couple of hits and 4 at-bats, including a leadoff double, one of 3 extra base hits in the ballgame for Canyons today, as he swings at the first pitch and is behind the count, 0-1. For the Cougars, $12 hits in the ballgame today, 3 extra base hits, a couple of doubles, and a triple. As Kane hits this one in the air to left and deep, drifting back is Ghana to the track. He'll look up, it's gone! A 3-run home run for Doyle Kane, and the Cougars have broken it open a bit here in the 8th inning. So the first home run of the year for Doyle Kane, a 3-run shot to left. And the Kane boys doing damage here in the 8th. The 7th and the 8th late in the ballgame as Mikey Kane had the RBI double in the 7th to tie the game. Doyle Kane with a 3-run home run here in the 8th. And then Mikey Kane promptly comes up and whacks the first pitch to center field for a base hit. Takes a big turn like he was going to try and go for second. Instead will stay put. But it's a 2-out single for Mikey Kane. He's got 3 hits in the ball game, and DJ Cougar will come to the plate, the 9th hitter in the inning for Canyons. So you get a 2-out single from Ballesteros, a hit batter that puts Camacho on, and then Doyle Kane with the moonshot out to left. Big 5-run inning and another pitching change coming here for San Diego Mesa. As Nava does not complete an out in the inning, gives up 3 runs on 1 hit, and it was a big hit, a home run. And we'll have the pitching change for you in just a
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
anybody, so he's going to try and lock. So the pitching change for San Diego Mesa, as Anthony Mezzacapa is going to come in and hit. Pitched an inning so far this year, struck out a batter, didn't give up any hits, any runs. As here's DJ Cougar. So Cougar today, no hits in 3 at-bats. Trying to get himself right here late in the ball game as he faces Mezzacapa. Head in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Cougars trying to make this one a long inning. As Mezzacapa tries to just keep Kane close and throws it away. Kane going to try and advance to third and will slide in safely, so it's a 2-base error on the pickoff attempt. As it's just an errant throw from Mezzacapa that time. Cougar grounds this pitch towards third. Gomez will pick it up and send Cougar out at first. So the error on Mezzacapa doesn't hurt him as he gets Cougar to ground out 5-3. That'll end the inning, but a big inning for the Cougars. They put up 5 runs, powered by the Doyle Kane 3-run home run, and have an 8-3 lead as we head to the 9th. So we go to the 9th inning. Kyle Kopp will stay out there, and that's something that the big 5-run inning in the 8th inning is able to afford the Cougars here, as they don't have to burn another arm. They can let Kyle Kopp go to work and try and finish this one off, as he's thrown 3 strong so far. Came in the 6th, hit a batter, but didn't give up anything. Had a runner on in the 7th off an error, but got a ground ball double play. And then gave up a single to Klimkowitz with a runner on second base. But they were able to cut down Alvarez trying to score. It'll be Chacon, Hofstadler, and Ghana here, as the infield pretty much shaded, the outfield almost all the way shaded as well. As the sun falling fast as it's 4:43 in the afternoon. And we saw this last time here at Cougar Field, right about 5:15, 5:30 in the 8th inning. Or the 7th inning, we had the game actually put on ice just about, right in the middle of the Cougars' final at bat. As this one grounded towards short, nice big candy hop for Mikey Kane. He'll fire it over to Doyle, and 1 out in the inning. So Chacon set down. So 1 away, Hofstadler coming up. 1 hit and 2 at bats today. Trying to get something started for Mesa in the 9th. So 2 balls and no strikes to Hofstadler. Takes a strike from Kopp, who's trying to finish this one out. As we said, the Cougars do have some action in the bullpen, as Josh Yosfan just staying warm in case. That one gets Hofstadler to offer on a inside breaking pitch, and the count now 2-2. And Kopp sets down Hofstadler on strikes, 2 away, and Mesa down to their final out here. Second strikeout of the ball game for Kopp. And we go back to the top of the order with Andrew Ghana coming up. Ghana 2 hits in his first 2 at-bats, as he swings and lines this one out into center field for a base hit. So a 2-out single on the first pitch from Ghana. Takes a big wide turn, but it's going to stay put at first base. San Diego trying to get something going here as Tyler King comes up. King 1 hit and 4 at-bats today. Grounded in a double play in the 7th, excuse me. Keep an eye on Ghana. Although at the moment that run doesn't matter if you're Kopp. You're just worried about Tyler King. This one fouled away, and the count 1-1. That one actually, can't see it on your screen. There's a row of trees that are, you know, in wintertime, so no leaves on them down in foul territory behind the fence in right field. And that one actually hit off one of the branches and came back to the San Diego dugout. As this one fouled off to the right. And the count 1-2, so Mesa down to their final strike. Just a little anecdote. Trees about, they say, 80% air, but certainly you always find a branch when you hit a ball into them. So Kopp trying to finish this one off. Ghana stays put at first. 1-2 pitch misses up. King trying to work a deeper count here. This is 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. An 8-3 Cougar lead, looking for their first win of the year. And Kopp trying to finish it off. The 2-2 pitch just misses on the outer half. Maybe it was a bit up. And the count full, so that'll put Ghana in motion. And so certainly if you're Kopp, you'd like to get King here, not have to face another batter. As the runner in motion, swung on and missed, strike 3, ball game. The Cougars pick up their first win of the year. Kyle Kopp going to get credited with the win as he goes the final 4, strikes out 3, doesn't give up a run. The Cougars powered by a 5-run 8th inning, thanks in part to a Ballesteros 2-out single. Ryan Camacho hit by a pitch, a 3-run home run from Doyle Kane, and of course the go-ahead RBI triple from Tafton Hensley that brought home Steven Gonzalez to start the inning. That's the game winner. The Cougars take it. They improved to 1-5 on the year. San Diego falls to 0-6. The loss going to be credited to Alex Markowitz, who gave up the runs in the 8th inning. As we said, Kyle Kopp gets the win, his first of the year. And the Cougars get their first win of the season. An 8-3 victory over San Diego Mesa. We hope you enjoyed our webcast here of Cougar Baseball on the Cougar Sports Network. We hope to see you tomorrow. Doubleheader basketball as COC takes on Glendale College in men's and women's basketball. 2 very important games when it comes down to the playoff standings. And then we'll have baseball again for you on Friday here from Cougar Field as Allen Hancock in town to take on College of the Canyons. Have a great rest of you.